Okay. I'm like not in the middle. It's close enough, right? It's close enough. Okay, looking there at you. Oh my God. Hello there. It's been a while. I have been working really hard the past, I don't know how long it's been, 2 months at my job. It's been really busy. However, thanks to the IRS, my busy season has not ended yet. They extended the deadlines, don't know if you heard. So I'm still working, but I really miss posting videos on YouTube, and I had some time today, so I'm recording this, and I hope that I will be able to edit it and put it up very soon. So since it's been a while since I have filmed anything, I feel very out of practice, and this is once again very weird talking to my phone. So we're just gonna ease into it. First video back, we're going to do one of my favorite things. We're gonna do a book haul. And since I didn't get to post a March book haul, this is going to be a combined 2-month book haul. We're gonna do all the books that I bought in March and April. So it's actually a decent haul for me, yay. So I have this giant stack of books in front of me. Let's just get into it. First up, I finally got my tour edition of A Court of Silver Flames. Did it come with a dust jacket? No, this is it. Actually, I didn't realize that the thing is on the back too. Huh, that's kind of cool. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that this design is specific to the tour editions. It's the same, it like matches the design on the, what is this called? The spine, and what would be, no, actually the dust jacket has a mask on it, doesn't it? I don't even know. I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't get a dust jacket. I thought that I would originally, because this is bright neon orange. And you know where it goes on my bookshelf? It goes right here. And you know what you see when you look at this gorgeous shelf? You see bright neon orange. It just draws the eye straight to it. So I'm a little peeved about that. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll get a dust jacket that'll fit this. I know that there are a bunch of custom ones out there. The one I want is sold out, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just buy the regular one and put the dust jacket from the regular one onto here. It should be the same size, it should fit. I don't really know. But for now, I'm just living with this neon orange spine on my bookshelf, and it's not ideal. Anyway, I'm sure everyone and their dog knows what this book is about. But even if you don't, I can't really give a synopsis because it is book 4 or 5, depending on how you want to count the novella of the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. And so any synopsis would be a spoiler. But what is basic common knowledge is that this book follows Cassian and Nesta, specifically Nesta, I think. But I have yet to read it because it took so long to get to me, and now I'm in the middle of a bunch of other books. So I'm really hoping to get to this soon because I am tired of avoiding spoilers. Wish me luck. Okay, I put it back. Do you see it? Do you see the bright orange spine? It's so distracting. It's so bright. What are you gonna do? Moving on. The next book that I got was also a pre-order, and it is Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. This is the sequel to King of Scars, which is the 3rd series in the Grisha universe. I honestly don't really know what this is about because I haven't read King of Scars yet. But I know King of Scars follows Nikolai, so I love Nikolai, so I'm pretty hopeful that I'm gonna like this. I think it's just a duology. I think this is the end of the duology. But I've also heard mixed reviews, but I have to read it. So, pre-ordered, now I have it. This, I'm sure you've seen other people haul this book, but the hardcover underneath the dust jacket is gorgeous. It's really nice. It's kind of like an inverse of the colors of the dust jacket, or rather the dust jacket is an inverse of these colors. Because this is kind of a pearlesque with the maroon undertones, and here you have your silver and maroon background. But it's gorgeous, in keeping with King of Scars, which also had a very pretty, very heavily gilded cover. Gilded? Yeah, gilded. It's okay, sweetie. It's okay. Just got a package. Juniper. Juniper, it's okay. Next up is a book that I was so excited to receive. It was also a pre-order, and that is Flamefall by Manga. And as you can see, I have a bookmark in this right now because I am currently buddy reading this with Al from the French Book Dreamer. So very excited. This is my first like official buddy read. I've followed along with other people's buddy reads and like joined other live shows as a viewer, but I've never actually buddy read something with another booktuber. So this is really exciting for me, and we're both loving this book so far. I mean, it's the sequel to Fireborn, which was an amazing book, and based on reviews that I've seen for other people that have already read this is gonna be an amazing book, like 4 or 5 stars easy. And since this is also a sequel, I'm not gonna tell you what it is about, but Fireborn, as I've said in the past on this channel, you've probably heard me describe it, is kind of like an Anastasia trope where the son of royalty, in a sense, is orphaned. His entire family is murdered by rebels. The entire government of the country gets overthrown and replaced, and he goes into hiding. He is put in an orphanage, meets a fellow orphan, and they become friends, and they grow up to become dragon riders for this country. And kind of one of the themes of the book is this new regime really any better than the old one? It's very different, but is it really any better? It's heavy in politics. The author majored in political theory, I believe. So the politics in these books, both of them, I can attest to at least the first part of this book as well. They're so believable, so complex. You get 2 sides to everything, or more than 2. And I could go on and on about how great this book is. If you haven't read Fireborn, you really should. If you have read Fireborn, don't sleep on the sequel, okay? Go out, pick up the sequel. It is amazing. It's wonderful. So like 2 weeks ago, my husband and I got the first shot of the COVID vaccine. Yay, fun stuff. And the place that we went to get the shot was actually really close to one of my favorite Barnes & Nobles. So we went in on a whim. We did not plan to, but I ended up finding a book that I have not seen in person until going to this bookstore. And this was the only one that they had left, and so I'm really excited that I now have this. This is the new version of Graceling by Kristen Kashor. Look at that. I'm sorry for like the glare, but you can see that her eyes are 2 different colors, which is a whole thing in the Graceling realm. If you are a Graceling, people know because your eyes are 2 different colors, and it means that you have a grace or a skill. You are basically a prodigy at something, and it could be something really mundane like fishing or dancing, or if you're the main, so shiny. If you're the main character, Katza, it could be a killing grace, which is way more exciting. Anyway, yeah, so I really wanted the covers that match the new Winter Keep. I think it might be above the screen. The new Winter Keep book. I've seen the 2nd and 3rd books, Fire and Bitter Blue. I've seen those like everywhere at every bookstore, but I haven't seen Graceling. This is like the unicorn of the set. And so I was really excited when I saw this. I had to buy it, so I did. It's just so pretty. I've already read this clearly, but Graceling is my favorite of the 4 books by far. So I may or may not complete the set, or maybe ask for them on my wish list or something, but this one I really had to have. Okay, so next up, I have sadly not been able to read very much over the past 2 months because I've been working a bunch, and when I'm not working, I'm just too tired. I don't feel like doing anything. Like, I can barely sit and watch a TV show for very long just because of the energy that it takes to watch it. So reading a book while I really wanted to read was not something that I always had the capacity to do. Sorry, my dog is distracting me. Go baby, go lay down. Go lay down. So I kind of compromised, and I bought a couple manga because those are a lot easier to get through, and you can finish them a whole lot faster because they're mostly pictures. It helped me feel a little bit more accomplished, feel a little bit better about myself for not having completed hardly any books. And I've been wanting these manga anyway, so it was the perfect excuse to buy them. So first up, with possibly the weirdest name I've ever seen a manga have, is I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. The story is by Yoru Sumino, and the art is by Irumi Kirihara. It's gorgeous. The art style is beautiful, and this copy just is so pretty. This is the complete collection. And this is about these two main characters. And the girl has pancreatic cancer, I think. She's sick. But they meet kind of by accident. And I have already read this, so I don't want to give too much away. So I'm going to see what they say. So the boy finds the girl's diary and learns her secret. She's keeping it a secret that she is dying. So he's the only person outside of her family who knows this, and they kind of become friends. He is one of the only people that she can completely be herself around, and she doesn't have to pretend in front of him. And so they become friends, and it's the story of their friendship, and it's beautiful and very sad. So worth it though. I cried so much during this, but it was so worth it. Beautiful story. I think there's actually 2 movies, maybe, based on this story, and definitely want to watch them now. But I'm glad I read this first. I like reading, for manga, I like reading them first. So that's the first manga. The second manga I have yet to read, and it is a brick, but it is Wolf Children. And this is by Mamoru Hosoda, and art by you. It just says you, like, why you? But this was actually recommended to me by one of my coworkers, and I think she technically recommended the movie. But again, I want to read it first and then I'll watch the movie. But she has high praise for it, and oh my goodness, the art style is beautiful. This is gorgeous. And look at this, look at this. They're so cute. They are adorable. So really all I know about this is the mom, and the 2 children can turn into wolves. I think the dad could turn into a wolf. I think maybe that's the dad probably in the background. But that's like all I know. The mom takes them to live in kind of the middle of nowhere, and they grow up. It's really thick. And I don't think I've ever seen this. I'm sure there are others, but this is the first one that I've seen. That is a hardcover manga. That's what you see, the little gilded wolf children. It's so cute. But yeah, really looking forward to this. I honestly don't know when I'm gonna get to read this, because I'm in a more of a mood reading state of mind than usual lately. And I just want to read everything at once. And I have no time to do so. Like, even if I did have time, that's not possible. But I'm really hoping to get to this soon. I mean, the next time I need a manga, this is the only manga that I own currently that I have not read. So it's the next manga I'm gonna read for sure. So this next one is, I mean, I'm really excited about all of these. I was about to say, I'm really excited about this next one. That just kind of goes without saying. I'm excited about all of these, or else I wouldn't have bought them. But it is Alatsue by Darcy Little Badger. And it's also just, the covers of these books are on point. This book is so heavy. I don't know what it is, but the binding is so, like, significantly heavier than your average book. I don't know why. So this is a low fantasy book, which is kind of hit or miss for me, but I have high hopes for it. This is a debut novel by this author, and it takes place in America, but it's like a slightly stranger America than the ones that we know, because there's magic and monsters, and that has affected the way that the people in this book live their lives. Now, our main character, Alatsue, I think is the main character's name, I'm pretty sure. She is capable of, like, raising the ghosts of dead animals. What? So that's really cool. And her cousin has just been murdered. So I think she's, like, discovering dark secrets about her society. Maybe it's like a murder mystery where she's trying to find her cousin's killer. I'm honestly not super sure. but I've heard really good things, like really good things about this. I think it was actually placed on that New York Times 100 best fantasy books ever list that was controversial that recently came out. I mean, as a debut author being put on that list, and you're not on the panel of authors, so it's not like that would be controversial. That's really impressive, and I'm really excited. Also, she is indigenous. She's Apache. Lipan? I honestly don't know how to pronounce that word, Apache. And I have some Native American background in my family, and it's not Apache, but that still kind of draws me to this book a little bit because I really like learning about sort of my heritage. It's technically not my heritage, but it's kind of similar, if you know what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, it drew me to this book a little bit. Also, there are wolves on the cover. They're wolves. And I forgot to mention that this is an Own Voices debut. So the author is actually a part of this tribe in real life. So that is really, really cool. I cannot wait to read this. Next up, per recommendation from Olivia Reads a Latte, wonderful channel. If you've never heard of her, I will link her channel down below, but I'm sure you have, right? She cannot stop raving about this book, and that would be Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston. It's also really shiny, but it's gorgeous. Look at this gorgeous cover. Beautiful. So pretty. So this is a middle grade book, which is also kind of rare for me, but when I hear something really good about a book, I just need to read it. So I think it's also low fantasy or maybe portal fantasy. I'm not sure. But this girl, Amari's brother, goes missing, I think, and she finds a ticking briefcase in his room, his closet, somewhere in his closet. And I don't know why it's ticking, but my immediate reaction is, oh my goodness, it's a bomb, run. But apparently the briefcase contains like a tryout informational thing. So she goes to the tryout at the Bureau of Supernatural Affairs. What? And I get like Men in Black vibes. This organization, this bureau, is very secretive, and she finds out that things like fairies and aliens and things are all real. And so she is trying to, I guess, infiltrate this organization to find out more information about her missing brother and hopefully locate him. And yeah, Olivia cannot shut up about how good this book is. So she got me. I now need to know what happens. I need to know why this book is so good. And it's a series, I'm pretty sure, but this is the only one that's out so far. Also, you know I'm a sucker for this. You know. Excuse me? Hello? There are stars on the cover. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. Nothing on the back. Here's the spine, the word that I can't remember. But this is so pretty. I hope that the rest of the books are just as pretty. Really, the only thing that worries me about this novel is that it's low fantasy. That's like the only thing. I'm really excited to pick this novel up. Okay, so there's only one book left. And to be perfectly honest, I might be the most excited about this book. Are you ready? That book would be The Beast Player by Naoko Uehashi. I struggle saying that. Uehashi. So, this was actually a recommendation that I stumbled upon on Instagram. The picture got me. This gorgeous cover. Do you see the wolf? Do you see it? Do you see it? It's so pretty. So the picture caught my eye, and then reading the description, the girl compared it to a Miyazaki film. So I had to have it. I had to have it. I absolutely love Miyazaki films. I love them. They are like my comfort movies. And this is about her. And she is able to communicate with these two types of magical beasts. One of them are water serpents. Her family has been caretakers for the water serpents for however long, but they start disappearing or are dying. Do they die or do they disappear? They die. They die mysteriously. And so her mom, who I guess was in charge at the time, is sentenced to death, but manages to save her daughter and send her far away. And then her daughter finds out, oh wait, not only can I communicate with the water serpents, I can also communicate with the, like, they're basically flying wolves. That's my understanding, that are basically guard dogs for the queen. So that puts her in a very powerful position that she can communicate with both of these animals. But of course it also puts her in danger because she's then in the middle of all of these plotting, scheming people and events. But the last part of the synopsis says, can she save herself and prevent her beloved beasts from being used as tools of war? Or is there no escaping the terrible battles to come? And that just really spoke to me. The fact that she cares about these animals so much and that they're probably going to be mistreated and used as weapons just speaks to something deep in my soul, because that makes me so angry. But also I think I'm gonna love her. I think I'm gonna love her. And I think I'm gonna love this world. And this is actually a translated novel. It's translated by Kathy Hirano. And it was originally written in Japanese. And so I think that's why maybe people haven't heard of this book. Like, I've never heard anyone talk about this book except for the one girl on Instagram. And if I can figure out who it was, if I can remember who it was, I will link her Instagram down below. I just really want to read this book, guys. I really want to read it. And it's a duology. There are 2 of them. I am forcing myself not to buy the sequel until I read this book, which is probably going to get me to read this book faster, let's be honest. So you'll probably see a review for this book in the next couple months. That's my guess. I'm so excited. But that was the last book. Those were all 9 books that I purchased in the months of March and April. So down below in the comments, if you would please let me know what you think about these. Let me know if you've read any of them, particularly The Beast Player, or if you've even heard of The Beast Player. I want to talk to you. Please talk to me. But let me know if you've read any of these and what you thought of them, or if you want to read any of these, if they're on your TBR. I would love to know. Otherwise, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing for future videos. I am planning on, my busy season is only, well, I have a May 17th deadline, but then I also have a June 15th deadline. I'm really sick of busy season, guys. But, you know, eventually work will stop taking up my entire life and I'll be able to post videos more frequently, like I used to. That's the goal. But yeah, it was really nice to be able to film this video. I haven't filmed in like 2 months. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming back, or if you're new to this channel, welcome. Thank you for watching. And yeah, that's all I have for you today. So I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.